Hey guys, Jock and JD here, back with a, well, I would say very late, but definitely needed BM Hunter PvP video. It's been a while, I apologise, been very busy with real life commitments and all that boring shit. So I thought I'd quickly get out a, take the time to make a Beast Mastery 6.2.4 Battleground video. Got the Devil Saw. Just changing the correct pet specification so I get my Roar of Sacrifice and Master's Call. You can see my glyphs there, just the the general free, and I might just check all my nameplates. I've been looking at the Legion BM. I'm slightly worried. It just looks really just you don't really do much, but so I wanted to take the opportunity now to really just crack open some of the Warlords of Draenor. Ironically looking forward to playing this BM over Legion, and so I want to get on it. Classic Battle of Gilneas. I always seem to get this when I want to do some PvP videos. I'm not sure why. I quite like the map though, to be honest, because there's not a lot of messing about and you just get straight back into it. So without further ado, here we do. Notice that we've got an absolute metric shit ton of hunters in this battleground. It's always the way, so we'll see how we fare against them. Classic situation, gonna all go to Waterworks. They've got one Disc Priest, gonna get him straight as the initial target because obviously kill the priest, they've got no healing. We've got our Shaman coming from behind us a little bit later, gonna invis, pick up the Berserker buff for that extra damage, and then we're just gonna straight away open up. Instantly notice that they've used the one of the hunters used their binding shot, so I've used mine after his just to keep the the priest in CC. And we're just looking at the situation here. The priest is now kind of like well backed. He's used Saving Grace twice, so his healing's going to go down. He's actually used it 3 times there, so we're going to just pull back because we're not getting much from him. The Shaman's kind of overextended, and we're just going to build up our damage. The Devil Saw's got its mortal wounds on the Shaman. He's going to be taking less healing. Everyone's a little bit damaged, so we're just going to finish this guy off with a quick kill shot, and down he goes. It's the same situation for just looking for the person that's kind of overextended their healer and just picking them off nice and fast. Killing that Warlock pet, removing the soul link, 20% damage reduction on the Shaman. I've noticed by now though that all my teammates have literally died. All of them have actually died here, so I'm going to just slowly pull back and just retreat, look for someone to team back up with and push through. I've noticed that they've followed me, 2 of the people have, especially this Elemental Shaman. I've got a Hunter with me next to me, so I thought, what, we can easily take this guy together even with my reduced HP. I'm not sure why my Hunter teammate instantly deterrents nothing. I can only imagine he's a potato, and so we're just going to keep pushing through and just doing the damage here. Gonna, looking for the opportunity just to get that kill shot on him. Nice 46k. Random bloody wolf there. I guess that was the hunter's pet the entire time, and it had just gone haywire. So we're going to kind of push back now. We've got the opportunity, a bit of momentum, just because we got wiped. So we're just going to look for, again, easy options here. I noticed this DK. Just going to do as much damage as I possibly can. Get that barrage with some stacks and just kill shots. Here's this Rep Paladin again, showing that he's the balls. I'm just going to trinket that instantly and just pull back a little bit, kind of bait him to come out and align his healer as much as possible again. He presses bubble, so I'm just going to try and build up my steady shot focus, because obviously even though he's bubbled, I can still Cobra shot him, and even though he's immune, it will build my energy back up because I'll still get the energy focus regen from that. So obviously get him in a binding shot and just nuke him there and then. Was thinking about giving him the flag, but we don't need to be that person anymore, so we're going to push back in. We've started to slowly thin them out. A lot of people are targeting the priest at the moment, which is really good. If you look to the right on the battleground targets, he's got 7 people on him, so I'm going to take this opportunity just to kill this Shaman nice and fast, and down he goes. Obviously, the joy of being a hunter is your pet does most of your damage as BM, so you can kind of sit back and take a look at the situation and the scenario and act accordingly. Always remember that you've got the opportunity to pick your targets here. Everyone I've noticed is starting to switch to the priest, so I'm going to assist. Going to just literally push that Shaman away because he was just spam fearing everyone there if you looked. And so I'm just going to switch to him right now with everyone CCing the priest. He gets me with a Shadow Fury, but my Devil Saw Alex is on his tail nice and fast. And we're just kind of like looking to see where he's going to go, and I just get with a nice 80k kill shot there just to put him down. We've now wiped him here. So we're just going to clean up the situation, just kill the Ellie Shaman again with a couple of kill shots. And there we go, just put down that just to make sure. I'm going to ask if there's anything happening at Lumber Lighthouse, and there isn't. So what happened there was we went to Lighthouse because someone said it was in trouble. It wasn't. So we all left here because you know what it's like in BGs, everyone decides to go and then no one defends. So we come back here and realise that they've mounted a counter attack to come back. And if you look to my pipe frames, you can see that everyone's dying. I'm trying to get some damage out. Awful frost trap there, we're going to ignore that. And I realise it's just a lost cause, so I start to leave because they've just completely surrounded this. And it is actually just me versus 8 people right now. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get away. I know that I can't, so I'm just going to let myself die. Red's back at the lighthouse and came straight to the mines because this is what we took whilst they'd all rushed to waterworks, which is fantastic. So we're just going to clean this up to keep it in our possession. Just going to make switches where adequate. See the warlock there, so I pop everything here. You got crows, kill shot. You know, just literally drop them as soon as possible. Obviously now with the situation, you can see that DK to the left there is just making a run for lighthouse. So I'm going to stop the priest because that's their only healer here. You know, uses a mind bender. I want to trap this just because I don't want to take any damage. You know, see there, I do miss the trap, so I bring the mind bender back into it. Now we're just going to keep attacking the priest, not the shaman. I'm going to try and get away because he could get free fear on everyone there, so I keep my distance just to deny the psychic fear on me. And we just do as much damage, keep it going as possible, get the binding shot there at the end there just to kind of get him to the low 20% HP so he can be executed, and then just finished off promptly. Obviously I noticed that DK was going, so I wanted to go and check what was happening at the lighthouse because they'd taken it whilst I was attacking the priest, but by the time I got there we'd taken it back, and obviously those DPS over there didn't have their healer, and so they went down quite swiftly. So once that was back under control of the mines, really all that was left to do was either go to waterworks and face the 2 people there, or just kind of stop them from leaving their spawn, and I opted for the second just because it was more beneficial at the time. You know, a few people got through, so we're just cleaning them up. A couple of these came from waterworks. You know, they kind of invisibly ran to waterworks to spawn because we'd obviously taken the spawn at mines. And so we just pulled back to just defend it from these people. This priest here was a bit saucy, so as I said, got him with a binding shot there, and now we're just doing as much damage as possible and just picking up that kill. Really simple. And that's what's so great about BM at the moment is, yeah, it's not like a high skillful class, but you still need to think about how you're going to burst with your stacks and making sure that you're dispelling as much stuff as possible every 10 seconds. Like there, just got rid of his dark intent to take away the spell power damage, you know, and then it's easier to dispel anything else that he uses because he's got less buff stacked upon it. So just kill that priest, and now we're on the boat. They spawn a little bit here, so I'm a little bit like, whoop. So I just explosive trap them away to get some distance and just instantly deter. You know, got deters coming up my second charge shortly, so there's no need to take any damage here. Just keep it easier. And so we're just doing as much damage as possible. Again, just, you know, just padding the spawn, just keeping it simple. You know, they're spawning, they're a little bit scared, so they're trying to find a place to kind of like group up and then perhaps better deal with the situation that we've got. I don't want them to jump off the ship and down when I go up there, so I just leave a binding shot in between them to just separate the DPS up the top, so they have to come up, back down and round, and the people that are spawning just to keep those under control. As you can see, quite a few of the people have gone under the ship because they're just getting a little bit nervous. And so we're just coming up here to clear anyone up the top. Nice barrage with some big damage. Just clearing them all out there. Got lots of people fighting all over. So we're just getting really quickly involved with all the people. My Devil Sword just charges in because I've used Bestial Wrath. And we're literally running down to the counter to see where they are. And then we're just biting the shit out of them there. So what we do is we've cleared them there, and then we just decide to walk off. I've got another BM Hunter with me that's also using the Devil Sword, so he's very much ready to deal with the situation. I noticed that I've clearly mucked up the focusing on Sony Vegas, so all we're going to see here is the 1v1 that actually happened. So when I came back up on the ship, my Devil Sword was still at the bottom, and there was a warrior hiding in the corner. So what's happening right now is my Devil Sword's having a 1v1 with the arms warrior on the other team. And as you can see, the Devil Sword is a little bit in the lead as they battle it out. And then, fortunately for me, the Devil Sword gets the kill there at the end, and unfortunately that warrior goes down. So that was very good fun. Obviously not for the warrior because he was kind of in a bit of a dilemma with a pet that if you damage, it will do much more damage. So not the best situation to be in for him. And they obviously respawn, and some people have gone straight back down to the bottom. And we're just going to clear them out here as soon as possible. Get that Dragon's Breath on me. It's such a great ability. I preferred it obviously in MOP when it didn't really do damage, but it was a great way to set up CC. But whatever, you know, it can hit you for like 70, 80k, so it's definitely not to be trifled with. So I'm just pulling back because it's quite comfortable that we're going to win this now. You know, 100 points away from winning, whereas they need the 800 points, and really they can't get out of their spawn. I don't really like spawn camping. I think it's a bit harsh, and obviously the other way around, you kind of be like, this is so fucking lame, what are you doing? But right now it's going to be over very shortly, and so we might as well just continue to just DPS them here and just get some killing blows. You know, do a bit of padding with barrage, feels good. Could landed that one with the kill shot just there. This paladin obviously hates me by now, so he's always going to target me, which is fair enough, but with all my teammate here and 600 hunters, he's not really going to get very far. And there's the BG over, you know. Nearly did the top damage, but unfortunately Frost DK Howling Blast got the better of me, but we end the battle with 14 killing blows and 1 death, and so that's pretty fantastic. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I will be making more videos shortly, because obviously I'm missing out a few. And as always, please like, comment and subscribe. Peace.